Hello, my friend. I hope you had a absolutely wonderful holiday season. We sure did. And I want to actually share with you today the gifts that we made for each other for Christmas. Now, at the beginning of, I think it was November, I made a video to tell you all about how we were going to do Christmas quite a bit differently. And instead of store-bought gifts for each other, we were going to hand make all of our gifts and really simplify Christmas and make it more meaningful. So I noticed in the comments, many of you wanted to actually see what we made each other. So I thought I would get on here and share with you all the cool things that we made for each other and maybe shed some light on our experience this year doing Christmas quite a bit differently. So for my 4 children, I decided to get kind of ambitious and I made them all a quilt. Now I haven't made quilts for a very long time and have probably only made 2 or 3 in my lifetime. So this was a bit of an ambitious feat for me. You can see on my blog one I made a long time ago. I called it the no measuring quilt, and I just kind of took scraps and sewed them together and it actually came out really cute. That is the last one I made, and that's been a while. I made it for my little boy when he was a baby. So to determine to make 4 throw-size quilts in about a month's time was a lot to ask of myself, but it was so rewarding and I'm so glad I did it. And I will show you each one and talk about the different designs. And actually on my blog, I'm going to compile a blog post to share with you some really easy beginner level quilts that you can make, because I really needed it to be simple, mostly for time's sake. So I found some really great patterns that I want to share with you. So definitely check the description below and you can see the patterns that I used, and maybe I'll round up some more for you if this is also something you want to do. So anyway, I will share with you all the quilts I made for the kiddos. But I just wanted to let you know that that was a very, very rewarding thing for me to do. The kids have actually requested that I make them a quilt every year. So they must have liked it, and I'm definitely going to need to start before November. Now I did hire out the actual quilted stitching, the stitching that holds all 3 layers together, but I picked out all the fabric, put all the design and the blocks together, and then I sent them to a quilt shop to do the actual quilting. They have the big machinery to do that. I tried once to do that on my little Singer home machine and it did not turn out that great. So I wanted these to really last, maybe even be like an heirloom that they keep for a long time and pass down. So I just bit the bullet and hired out the actual quilting stitch, but the rest of it I did myself and it was very rewarding. All right, so I'm gonna flip this camera around, just gather up all of our loot that we made for each other, show you what the kids made, show you what my husband and I did, and then I will kind of wrap up this video by sharing with you our experience of doing Christmas quite a bit differently with handmade things and what the experience was like. And I'm excited to share that with you. So let's take a look at all the things we made for each other this Christmas. So good, you can leave mine alone.
Why is the black thing out?
This is ginormous, babe.
Oh,
Lay it on the ground, lay it
the
this way.
seesaw. The seesaw. Hi, Teddy, there's your seesaw. High five.
But it also goes as a ramp. You fold it up and it turns into a ramp.
Whoa.
That's cool.
The rest of it.
So, now
It's nice and tall. Oh, you saw it? I know. You didn't hide it very good.
That's pretty. Talented girls.
Drafty soda.
I saw that. It's a quilt.
Oh, best Christmas ever.
So here are some of the gifts that my oldest daughter received from her siblings and my husband and I. So one of my daughters made her this cute little journal, kind of customized. I just thought it was very sweet and thoughtful, full of character, darling. And then we have one of my girls did a lot of this plastic canvas, is what she called it. Do you guys remember doing this when you were kids? It has those plastic things and then you weave thread in and out, make these cool designs. She made some fun stuff. Then I spent an afternoon with my little guy and taught him. He wanted to make her a pencil roll to store all of her highlighters and markers. Well, not all of them, some of them. So I helped him make this pencil roll out of some linen fabric that we had. And I think this is such a good beginner sewing project, by the way. I will link you to kind of a simple tutorial that I used to just spit this out really quick. But it teaches them back stitching, straight lines. It's a really good project. And I thought it was really cute that he wanted to make that for her. So my oldest daughter collects nutcrackers every year. And so this year my husband hand painted one for her. Thought that was really cute. And then I'll show you the quilt I made for her. So my daughter loves reds and whites and blacks and blues. So I had fun making this one. It's kind of a more modern quilt design, but just use different colors of strips of fabric, little triangles. It was a great beginner, intermediate quilt design, I would say. I think it turned out really cute. For the backing on this quilt, I picked up this pretty rose, kind of burgundy red flannel fabric. Makes it super cozy. And I think it goes well with the colors and design. So for my Kate, here's her little gifts. My little boy and I also sewed some scrunchies together for her. She loves hair. So he picked some of my linen scraps that he thought she would like. And we made scrunchies. That was really fun. Another great beginner project, by the way. I like the burrito method. I'll link you to a video that teaches that really well. And then here's another one of these plastic canvases. This says Paco. It's for her horse's name. It's like a little bookmark. Super cute. My oldest daughter did crocheting practically everything for everybody. Her poor little fingers were so sore, but she made this pretty shawl. For her sister. Love the colors, very pretty. Okay, let me show you her quilt. This quilt design was super fun to make. I think it's called a 9-patch disappearing quilt. I'll have to verify that for you. But you basically sew 4 squares together and then cut them in half and then sew those squares together. Really fun. I love the colors of this one. I just picked all of her favorite colors, pinks, blues, aquas, some yellows. And she loves it. Let me show you the back. Since this one was so colorful, I picked a really pretty floral black and white for the backing. And then just this pink with a little bit of gray undertone in it for the binding. Really cute. And this is what Daddy made for his horse-loving gal. So she needed somewhere to hang her saddle for her horse and also somewhere to put all like the brushes and little things. And since we don't have a barn with a tack room, he came up with this cool design. It just wheels around. She can throw her saddle right on top, hang the bridle and all that other stuff right there. But she can easily roll it around, store it in the garage for now. And I like that it's tall enough that none of the parts of the saddle will be hitting the floor. So she was really excited for that. And here are some of the things that we made for my little guy. Okay, Daddy made you, what is it?
Like a lockbox.
Yep. You can do it fast now, but it took you quite a while to figure out how to open that thing, huh?
Just figure out how to slide that. That was the hardest part.
Yeah, it was super tricky, but that's really fun. He's gonna hide stuff in there and not tell anybody how to open it. And then, all right, what's right there?
So Shay gave me this.
Mm-hmm. It's that plastic canvas stuff, this cute little wolf thing. I remember making those as a kid. Blast from the past right there. All right, what'd sister crochet you?
She made me a crochet wallet.
Yeah, a crocheted wallet.
Cards and
We thought it was funny. Whoa, you're rich! Oh, so funny. So cute. You're not going to stick that in your pocket, but it's pretty fun. Okay, then Grandma taught Kate how to crochet. She made her very first hat for him. Do you want to put it on?
Sure.
Okay. Why don't you show us? Adorable. So cute. Okay, he's standing up on the table for me because otherwise it drags on the floor. But his was a very basic farmhouse square type of quilt, but really fun to make. They go really fast. I would highly recommend, if this is your first quilt, to do this style. I'll link you to a really simple pattern. Do you want to flip it over and show them the backing? Found this super cute flannel. It makes it really cozy. But that was a really fun, easy project, but it turns out so cute. I just love the simple quilt design. And for the last kiddo, she got some crocheted mittens. Super cozy and thick. It's fun because I've never learned how to crochet or knit, so it's fun to have their grandma teach them to do this and then see what they make. And then her brother made her this carved wooden snake he did while he was up at hunting camp with his dad. Super cute. And then her sister made her this finger knit chunky quilt in like her favorite colors, yellow and blue. And it's very warm and cozy, perfect for winter. All right, let me show you what Kevin made her. This is currently taking up our hallway, but it's loads of fun. So Kevin made her this like doggy training course. No idea where I'm going to store it, but this is a little ramp that it goes up and down on. It's been fun to watch them trying to get the dog to do those tricks. This is my daughter that just loves dogs, so she loved this. Here's a little weaving. Oh, there he is. He can weave in and out of it. And then this is a little jump that she can change the height and stuff for. Way fun. I think this will get hours and hours of entertainment. All right, this is a really fun design, kind of like a pinwheel. I picked really fun, colorful vibes for her. She's our sunshine personality. And what I actually did was, you can buy the Jelly Roll fabric strips. They're already cut in these 2.5-inch strips. And then you can just sew them together. And then once you have like this block sewn, you piece them all together at an angle. It was really fun to make, just super colorful. And she loves the yellow and blue color combo. So I found some cute floral yellow for the backing and a polka dot blue for the binding. That is a really fun quilt idea. I will again link you to this pattern. Now I'll share all the sweet things that I got. Here's that plastic canvas. So this time my daughter made this cute flower design and framed it. Oh, I love it so much. It's so sweet and beautiful. And then Grandma helped Kate crochet this cute stocking. I told her I want 25 of them, please, because they're adorable. And then Grandma helped my little guy learn how to sew some hot pads, and they made them out of linen for me. And this is like a cast iron handle holder. Way cool and useful and just adorable to see the cute little stitches that he learned to do with Grandma. Then my oldest daughter on Christmas Eve, she baked up some cookies for all of us, include them in the gift. I love her little cards that she makes me. They're just so beautiful and thoughtful. And then she made these cute little market bags out of twine. They're so cute. I think they were part of her maker crate from Kiwi Co. But I love them. I think they're they will be quite adorable hanging in our mudroom. Super cute. All right, I'm gonna show you what Hubs made me. Okay, hubby cheated a bit, but that's okay. So he scoured the internet. I think he ended up getting this on eBay, right? eBay?
Yeah.
Yeah, eBay. And he found me this set of silver plated utensils. And I have always wanted one of these. I just, when I go antiquing, I just could never find the right one. And he just hit jackpot. So he bought this vintage set, and he didn't like, or he knew I wouldn't like the cherry red box that it was in. So he took this raw walnut and created like a cover for the box. So now it is just stunning inside and out. Oh, I love it so much. I can't wait to use it on special occasions. This will be a treasure for the rest of my life. I just love it. Last but certainly not least is what we all made for the man of the house. So my daughter also made him a cute crocheted stocking, and then per his requests he got a batch of cookies, and he's just got them in the freezer that my daughter made him. There are these yummy pumpkin cookies that he loves, and I made him a big old batch of custard. He loves custard. It has a lot of Christmas memories for him. He used to have custard growing up and loved it. So he definitely showed me up with the set of silverware, but this is what he asked for, and I wanted to give him that. So I made him a bunch of custard. And then he loves eggnog. And my son found this recipe, printed it off and laminated it with his grandma. And then on Christmas Eve, we cooked him a big old batch of creamy eggnog. He was delighted. So poor guy got lots of food, but that's the ideas he gave us. So that's what we made him. However, my oldest daughter crocheted him a tie. Have you ever seen one of these? It actually looked pretty nice on him at church on Christmas Sunday. My daughter said he just needs to tuck it into his suit because it doesn't really have the tie end, but once he did that, it actually looked pretty good. He said it's heavy, but he was a trooper and he wore it with pride, and it was so sweet. That was a lot of crocheting for my girls. I hope you enjoyed seeing what we made for each other, and hopefully it left you some ideas, but let me share with you kind of the results of this Christmas. So Santa did come and fill a stocking with the traditional things like peanuts, pistachios. He left little surprises like their own clippers, so hopefully they leave mine alone. The girls got like nail polish, a little necklace, and some other things they needed like a new violin bow and music books. Anyway, Santa kept it very simple for the stocking and left them all like one little gift. So overall, I only spent probably about $50 per kid. Now that adds up with 4 kids, but compared to what we've done in years past, it is significantly less. So I really liked paring down what Santa brought us, and we left him a little note and said, we don't need much this year. You can share extra with other kids, but we made each other gifts, so we don't need much this year. So that's what we did there. And I kind of tried to think of it more like what I would do for Easter, like filling an Easter basket, just really small, simple, and to not make that so much of the focus of Christmas. It was still exciting to see what was in the stocking and what the little gift was, but it didn't overwhelm me. I didn't have boxes and boxes of things to hide. So that was a drastic change for our family, and it improved how I felt about Christmas, and I feel like it was needed to kind of reset our hearts that Christmas doesn't have to be so commercialized and we don't need to spend so much money. So after the kids kind of saw what was in their stockings, and in that little gift, we opened up the presents under the tree that we had made for each other. And that was just really, really sweet for all of us. There were some very sweet moments, kids hugging each other and some laughs about what came out. And it was so memorable. And I really don't remember a Christmas morning that I've enjoyed so much. Just seeing what the kids had made. I tried to tell them not to tell me unless I actually helped them with the thing so that I could be surprised to see what they were doing. They got to have some great memories with Grandma and Grandpa as they took them for a couple days and helped them make things while I made quilts and Kevin was out in his wood shop. Anyway, it was just really, I would say, bonding and connecting to invite my kids to think about everyone and what they could make them. And also for my husband and I, it was really rewarding to just take the time to make something special for our kids. But I would say above all the benefits that this Christmas brought to us and how it helped us to just focus more on Christ and serving each other. But above all that, the biggest change that I saw was in my husband, Kevin. He actually hasn't loved Christmas for many, many years. He just kind of is passive about it. I mean, he joins me and helps me when I need him, but I would usually take the reins on Christmas and buying gifts. And what I feel is that Christmas wasn't as special to him because it was such a financial burden for so many years. I mean, that kind of started when our kids were younger and we were so poor, and I would go out and buy gifts. I would try to be as frugal as possible, but it has just always felt like a financial strain to him. So to kind of take that away, and he is such a DIYer, as you know, and hands-on, that he just really appreciates the handmade effort into gifts. It's something he grew up with, so it means a lot to him. So to take off the financial burden and to, as a family, join him in making gifts, it just changed how he felt about Christmas. I have never seen him enjoy Christmas so much, and that really meant a lot to me. It was good for me to not focus on buying things so much. That also is a burden to me, just buying and then hiding stuff away, and just to not have all that. It was huge. It was pretty life-changing, and I think pivotal for us to rethink Christmas and how we do it for years to come. So I'm sure the kids would have loved more store-bought gifts, but I really feel like this has set us on the right track, kind of changing things up, and sometimes it just takes a really big change to reset and refocus. So that is what we did, and I'm grateful that we did it, and we're just brave enough to kind of risk doing things differently. So I loved that my husband found a newfound love for Christmas. He's actually always loved Easter way more than any other holiday. He loves the spring growing season, and he puts on huge egg hunts for the neighborhood. He has just always loved Easter and not cared hardly at all for Christmas. I feel like that changed. I feel like he found more meaning and purpose for this time of year. So I'm really excited about that, because just seeing his joy and newfound love for Christmas was really exciting for me, because I do love Christmas. And also, like I shared in the video before all this started, I needed to simplify things so that I could find a new love and appreciation for this time of year and not focus so much on stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me during this holiday season. This video kind of wraps it up, and I really look forward to the new year to get out my 2023 planner and start figuring out what this next year will look like for us. Now, if you need a planner, I do have some 2023 Tidbits Day planners left. The spiral bounds are all sold out, but the book bounds are still available. I think only one color is sold out so far at the time of this filming. So go and grab one and watch my Instagram stories. I'm actually sharing there how I kind of plan and set up for the new year with a few pages that I've put in there to help us with yearly planning. So if that is of interest to you, if you like to write stuff down, get focused in your head, check out my Instagram account at Cami Tidbits or at Tidbits Planners. I have the two that the Tidbits Planners focuses more on the planning, but I share on both accounts. Anyway, check that out. You can shop my planners, and I still have linen products and printables and digital products there at tidbitsandcompany.com. But thank you so much for joining me for this little video, seeing what we made for each other for Christmas. I would love to hear in the comments below how your Christmas went, and maybe some things that you want to do differently or that you have done differently that help you really enjoy the season. Thanks so much for watching, and I will be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home. We'll talk soon.